Hey, how are you going? So we're going to be getting some new reworks this update, which is really exciting because they did say they're going to be doing a couple of reworks, and I really hope it's one of these fruits. And I think they're quite popular reworks, so I've seen a lot of people talking about these five fruits, and I think it would be really cool to get them all reworked. Rubber, especially, even like a V3 or something like that, because you can do V3, V4, and eventually V5. I think rubber would be a big one because, like, obvious Luffy's like uses the rubber fruit and he's the main character. I think that would be really cool to get rubber V3 doing like this big giant fist, maybe even a cutscene because we saw with like the gravity they did a cutscene, so maybe like this big cutscene with a huge AoE, something like that. Even Gear 4 would be really cool as well. You can like fly around the map and stuff like that. Rubber Man, maybe different forms. I don't really know how it's gonna work. Probably be like Dragon, where you need to like raise up a meter or something until you can transform and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that'd be really cool, and especially Gear Fifth. I think that'd be the big one. We're not going to get that for years, but that would be really exciting, especially if it does have environmental, like moving and stuff like that, because that was a big thing in the anime. Like you could make the ground rubbery and stuff like that. Something like that in Blox would be really cool, but that's probably going to be in a couple of years. There's no chance we're going to get that anytime soon. But I really hope we eventually get Gear Fifth and Bloxers, but there's like it's really overpowered and it's a really good fruit. You could even go into like the giant form when Luffy goes into giant form. Something like that would be really awesome. I think Gear Fifth would be the coolest thing. So hopefully we get that one day because that'd be really cool. Pain's also something that I think would be reworked as well. They changed pain to poor. I don't really know why. Probably like copyright reason. They've been changing a lot of stuff to move away from the anime because there's a bunch of like games that do like anime Roblox games have been like copyright strikes. So maybe it's something to do with that. But yeah, poor or pain would be really cool rework because that is really old and it's still a good fruit, but you never see anyone use it. A lot of these fruits in this list that I think would be really good for rework to like these old mythical fruits that like no one really uses. And pain would be something that could easily get a really good rework. Maybe we're even getting this update, which would be really cool. Pain could have like huge AoE and stuff like that. It would be a really good move. Even now, it has huge range and stuff like that, just making it look nicer in its abilities because it's really old. Like the moves are just like this white dot just moving forwards. It doesn't look good, especially compared to the newer fruits. So I think Pain especially needs to get a rework. Shadow as well. I think Shadow would be really cool because Shadow can have a lot of different stuff. Like you can make clones and stuff like that. And as you see in different One Piece, like Roblox games, Shadow I think would be really cool because it doesn't look the best now. It looks alright, but I think you could change quite a bit. Uh, Especially like a lot of these fruits add an M1 because a lot of these fruits don't have an M1, and that's a big thing Blockshoots has been doing recently, adding M1. We don't know if all the fruits are gonna have like the thing that Gravity and Falcon have, with like this upgrading, awakening kind of thing. But I think they'd be interesting to see if they continue to do that. But I hope hopefully they make it more interesting to like do that because the stuff to awaken Gravity and Falcon are just really boring. Like tap on the like just fly around and stuff like that. That's really boring. Hopefully, when they do that, or if they do that for like different fruits, they make it more interesting. But I think Shadow would be really cool because there's a lot you could do with Shadow, and I don't think Shadow really looks that good now. And you never see anyone using Shadow. Like it's been ages since like people use Shadow a lot, and I think it would be cool to see Shadow get used more. Venom as well. I think Venom was really popular, and it's still really good, especially because of the big boss transformation we might be getting at this update because we know we're probably going to get a mythical rework this update. And I think Venom would be really nice to add to block shoots, especially since it's got like this big boss transformation. Uh, I think making that look better, making it bigger, more AoE and stuff like that, you could just make the effects look better and it will be a really cool fruit. Adding a cutscene, we don't know if that's going to be coming out in new fruits. We only have that in one fruit currently. Having more fruits having cutscenes, I think would be really nice. I don't really know what that would be for Venom, but something like that would be really cool. Just making the overall design and model of the transformation bigger and better and stuff like that. I think that would add a lot to block shoots and make it a lot cooler. because Venom's really old, and like with the other fruits, no one really uses it much, but it's still a really good fruit, and it's still really fun to use, especially for combos and stuff. And it's a pretty good. We've also got control. I think control especially would be really cool because the amount of time we've been waiting. They said a couple of years ago how we'd be getting a reworked gravity, dragon and control, and we've got dragon, but we still haven't got control. Or creation. And I think creation would be like a really cool rework because it's the most unique fruit. It's the only fruit where you can actually like move buildings and stuff like that. Like you can do these tricks where you can like permanently move buildings and stuff like that, and you can move like these whole like parts of the Colosseum. It's really cool. And it's just a really unique cool fruit. It's not really that good right now. Like all you'd have to do is you just move out of the range and stuff like that, and then there's not really much the control user can do. But just I think making like the range bigger in the control awakening or rework whatever they're gonna do would be really cool, and I think that would be one of the biggest things. It'll be like Dragon. Like when Dragon came out, like Bloxroot's got a huge amount of players. Like you see, Bloxroot is kind of dying. There's all of these other games just getting a huge amount of players, and Bloxroot is not number one like it used to be. And so I think it really needs something like Control to come out, and it'll have a similar effect to Dragon, where a huge amount of players will just come back, which I think would be really exciting and exhilarating for the game. It'll probably be one of the best looking fruits in the game. It'll be really fun, like teleportation. There's a lot of different games and a lot of different move sets they could add and do with like taking out a heart or something like that. Just making it a better fruit, like to PvP and PvE, especially, is one of the worst fruits for grinding. It's really bad, but making it better for grinding as well. Probably they're gonna add like M1, so if you click, you'll throw like the like stones and stuff like that, which I think would be a good idea, especially for grinding, because a lot of people they'll like switch out control for Buddha and stuff like that to like grind because it's really bad for grinding. So yeah, I think Blockstrews really needs to add these fruits. Yeah, they should be adding new fruits. They haven't added a new fruit in quite a bit, but I think reworking all of the fruits and making them all look really good. And there's a bunch of like common fruits like spring and stuff like that. I'm really glad they reworked Falcon because Falcon was the worst looking fruit in the game. But now there's a couple of really bad looking lesser fruits like spring and stuff like that. It's annoying for block shoots devs because like they put a lot of effort in Falcon and pretty much no one uses it, and no one's going to use those like reworked like common fruits or rare fruits. So it's annoying. I hope they try to like even out the stuff and reduce like the spamming of Yeti and Dragon so more fruits get used, because it's annoying when like they'll add a fruit and then instantly after the update, no one really uses it. So hopefully, when they add these new fruits, they like balance them so they're not too overpowered, but they're not too weak to encourage people to use them. Because I think that would make block fruits PvP more fun, and just making them better than like spamming. Because especially creation could be a very easy spamming fruit. Like it's already a spamming fruit kind of now, and I hope they don't make that. I hope they encourage people to do combos and stuff like that, and it'll make the fruit a lot better. So yeah, we're gonna get the update soon. Hopefully we get one of these fruits. It's really exciting. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.